I saw it before she could delete it. Her smiling face filled my phone screen, her arms around his neck. She was sitting on his lap like it was the most natural thing in the world. And above the picture was a caption that felt like a slap across my jaw. Sometimes you miss the old days. My fiancée, the woman I planned to marry in 3 months, had her entire body pressed against her ex-boyfriend while the world watched. No explanation. No context that could make it less painful. My heart didn't sink. Detonated. I didn't comment. I didn't call. I just stared while my pulse hammered in my ears. The first thing I felt wasn't anger. It was disbelief. A quiet, desperate voice asking, "This can't be real, right?" But the likes and laughing emojis confirmed it was very real. She was out with friends that night. A reunion, she called it. She said there'd be drinks, dancing, catching up with the past. But not too much, she'd promised, kissing my cheek. I only want the future we're building. Now I knew the past had arms strong enough to hold her. I tried calling her. She didn't answer. I tried again. Straight to voicemail. By the 5th call I started shaking, not from rage but fear. Fear that everything I believed about us had been a story I'd written alone. Half an hour later, she finally texted, "I'm busy. Stop." Like I was bothering her. Like I didn't have every right to be panicking. A small part of me tried to rationalize. Maybe it was a joke. A stupid moment. Maybe she didn't realize how it looked. But that excuse died when the next picture appeared in someone else's story. She wasn't just sitting. She was leaning in close. Whispering in his ear. His hand on her waist. She looked happy. Happier than she'd looked with me all week. My mind went back to the small signs I ignored. The hidden phone screen. The sudden password change. The nights she turned away from my touch. The way she smiled at texts from unknown contacts. I thought stress was pulling us apart. Now I saw what was. She came home at nearly 2 a.m. I sat on the couch waiting, the blue glow of the TV painting the room in cold light. She looked surprised, almost annoyed to see me awake. "You're up?" she asked, slipping off her heels. "You posted a picture," I said. My voice was calm, too calm, like it was someone else talking. She froze. Not long, just a beat. But enough. "Oh, that," she muttered. "It was a joke. You were sitting on his lap." I shrugged. "It was harmless." "And the caption?" She rolled her eyes. "You're overreacting." I stared at her, trying to understand how the person I adored had become someone who could break me so casually. "You didn't answer my calls," I said. She scoffed. "Because you were blowing up my phone." "I was scared," I admitted. "I didn't know what was going on." She crossed her arms. "God, you're so insecure sometimes." There it was. The brush off. The dismissal of my pain. And something in me cracked. "Insecure," I whispered. "Or intuitive." She glared. "What's that supposed to mean? How long have you been talking to him?" She hesitated. A microsecond. But hesitation is its own confession. "He's just a friend," she said. "You were in love with him for 4 years. And now I'm with you," she snapped. "Are you?" I asked, and my voice broke on the second word. Her silence answered for her. That night, after she went into the bedroom and slammed the door, I sat at the kitchen table staring at our engagement photo on the fridge. I wanted to fight for us. To believe her. To pretend this was nothing. But I remembered another moment, 3 months ago. Her hand in mine when she said she'd choose me every day. Tonight she chose someone else. So I got a pen and a piece of paper. And I made a list. Reasons to stay. Reasons to leave. On the left, I wrote all the things I loved about her. Her laugh. The way she danced barefoot in the kitchen. How she cried at cheesy movies. How she held me when life hurt. On the right, I wrote the truth I'd buried. The lies. Distance. The secret messages. The way she always kept one foot out the door. Tonight. By the time I was done, the second column was full. The first had one word left blank because the pen hovered above the page and wouldn't let me write it down. Love. If love alone could save us, we'd be unbreakable. But love wasn't enough for her. The next morning, she came into the kitchen like nothing happened. He poured coffee. He hummed. She asked if I slept well. I studied her face. The woman I trusted. The woman who hurt me without blinking. I saw you happy last night, I said quietly. Her hand stopped midair. Don't do this, she whispered. Do what? Tell the truth. See what's right in front of me. She rubbed her forehead. It didn't mean anything. Then why did you hide it? Why didn't you tell me he'd be there? Why did you take that picture? Why did you write that caption? Her eyes filled, guilt, fear, maybe both. I don't know, she croaked. Did you kiss him? No. Do you want to? Her silence lingered like smoke. I don't know. That was worse than yes. I stood up, walked to the bedroom, pulled out the small luggage we used for weekend trips. She followed me, panic rising in her voice. What are you doing? I'm giving you what you clearly want, I said. And what's that? A chance to miss your old days. She broke down then. Tears. Apologies. Promises she never would have made if she hadn't been caught. I love you, she cried. I just got confused. Confusion doesn't make someone sit in another man's lap, I said. I swear it won't happen again. But it already did. I zipped the suitcase and looked at her one last time. You wanted to make me jealous, I said. And it worked. It woke me up. To what? She sobbed. That you don't love me the way I love you. And maybe you never did. She grabbed my arm, shaking her head. Please don't go. Please. Her tears hit my skin like drops of fire, burning where love still lived. But love without dignity is just desperation. I walked out, not because I stopped loving her, but because staying would have destroyed me. I moved in with my brother while she blew up my phone with messages that shifted from regret to pleading to anger to silence. I still check her social media sometimes. She deleted the post, not just the picture. Her entire account vanished overnight. Friends tell me she's a mess. That she keeps asking them how she could fix what she ruined. Maybe she can fix herself. But not us. Kept the list. The one I wrote when my soul was still bleeding. Every time doubt creeps in. Every time I remember her laugh and forget the way it twisted. I take it out and read it again. Reasons to leave. Reasons to stay. Love is still written on the left side. But it isn't enough to tilt the balance anymore. Sometimes you look back too. Sometimes you miss what you thought the future would be. But then you remember why you walked away. And that's when you breathe again.